Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to channel. It's your boy Zell here, and if you are subscribed, then welcome back. I hope you are enjoying the series so far. I really am, because it's given me an insight as to what I'm actually going to go for next. And so far, Ivara is a clear winner. At least in my opinion. At least in my opinion. But next we do have Octavia, which I have been looking forward to seeing. As I say, a lot of these I have no real idea. All of the rest of these I've not seen in terms of their abilities. Maybe I've seen players play with them, but I wouldn't know. I would have no idea. But yeah, let's have a look.
This is Octavia, the melodic, the maestro.
Alright.
She harnesses the power of the mandrachord into her mortal minuet. Using the mandrachord, you can create your own songs for Octavia to wield in battle. Divided into 3 parts: percussion, bass, and melody. Octavia's song directly influences her abilities. With a variety of instruments to choose from, each battle will be a unique concert of musical mayhem. Mallet emits a percussive radius that attracts your enemies, causing them to attack the source. Storing any damage taken, it releases back onto your enemies with each beat. Drop the bass, Tenno. Resonator launches a rollerball that entrances your foes into following it blindly, forgetting any aggression, with the radius of attraction increasing with each new follower. It can also pick up Mallet, creating a deadly mobile distraction. Metronome grants 1 of 4 melodic buffs, dependent on timed actions to the beat of Octavia's song. Jump and receive increased speed.
Okay.
Crouch and become cloaked for a limited time.
That's cool.
Fire your gun and gain multi-shot. Use your melee and increase your damage. Pump up the jam with amp, drawing its power from the level of sound in the environment. It provides a damage buff to Octavia and her allies, while also doubling the damage and range of any nearby mallets. If music be the food of death, play on, Tenno.
God, this is a dilemma. Because I thought Ivara was my favourite, but that's got to be up there. God, imagine how difficult that must be to program and how difficult it must be to create. I bet someone in the meeting was like, "Oh yeah, we should build a Warframe that literally lets you choose a song and then you can just play it by fighting." And everybody's like, "Are you serious right now? Do I look like a fool? Because this game is going to take off without that frame." But obviously he got a promotion at some point, because look, we got it. And obviously this was a fun quest in itself. This was a very fun quest. That's so fucking cool. Oh, that's cool. I need to know how to get Octavia. Oh, it's going to be a fun one to play. Would it get annoying at a certain point though? That's what I want to know. Let me know what your experience has been. Does it start to get a little annoying? Because I'll tell you what, I have a like a Lich King screensaver, and it actually plays the music. I don't know if I can actually show you here. But it gets very annoying rather quickly now. But yeah, let me know how you did with Octavia. I can see why the Simmersloth did ask me to do it. Okay, Limbo. Revisited? Again, I don't know what the Revisited is. I imagine it's to do with a rework, but then saying that Wukong wasn't. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? You know. I probably know by now.
This is Limbo, Master of the Rift.
I think we can actually build him, or we have built him. Well, at least we got all the parts for him, and we can start making him. So.
Shifting friends, foes, and himself between planes of existence, tactical opportunities present themselves. Banish displaces targets to the plane opposite of Limbo for a limited time, inflicting additional damage if the target is hostile. Stasis halts the movement of enemies and gunfire inside the rift. When stasis ends, movement resumes. Rift Surge applies a charge to nearby enemies within the rift. Upon exiting the rift, they radially banish nearby foes back into the rift plane. Cataclysm forms a shrinking bubble of interdimensional energy, sending any who enter into the rift before collapsing upon itself into a potentially deadly blast. In a land of both shadow and substance, Limbo is both nowhere and everywhere. Enemies and gunfire inside the rift. When stasis ends, movement resumes.
You see, I just don't think I have time for that. You know, I want to be going through these rooms, vaulting through these rooms, getting to the objective quickly. I don't want to have to stop to fire in a certain direction. It just seems like a waste of time. Harrow, this is an interesting one, because I haven't actually seen what that Warframe can do, but it looks spooky. Yeah, let's have a look at Harrow. I'm excited for this one actually, because I hear so much about Harrow, but I've never actually seen the frame.
This is Harrow, the monastic, the ritualist, dedicated.
First of all, if that's just a standard skin, that's just how he comes. This is already a winner.
To the void, he harnesses its awesome power. Condemn brings forth a wave of energy that chains enemies in place while bolstering Harrow's shields. Penance sacrifices shields, providing health regeneration based on a percentage of damage dealt by Harrow, while also increasing his fire and reload rates.
Okay.
Durable provides bursts of energy to Harrow and allies within range every time he gets a kill, amplified more so for headshots. The longer it's active, the higher the energy given. Covenant protects allies within range from all damage and status effects for a short period. Once ended, all protected allies gain additional critical chance relative to the amount of damage absorbed. Harrow is suffragan to the void. Will you believe, Tenno?
Ooh. I like the whole fanatic thing. I really like the whole fanatic sort of religious undertones. That's the meat right there. I may tell ya. That is. I'm trying not to say cool because I keep saying cool, as my editor has brought up in a painful revelation of my career. That is a horrifyingly perfect frame. I'm going for horrifyingly perfect frame. Yeah, add Harrow. Pop Harrow on that list. Put it there and put it over there. Okay, on the list. Because I like it. I love it actually. I do. I love it. I love this as I loved Octavia and Ivara. And I don't just love frames willy-nilly here, guys. Okay, Hydroid revisited. Impress me.
This is Hydroid, a deadly marauder from the deep. Master of the aquatic, he surprises his enemies at every turn. Tempest Barrage.
What I am noticing with these frames is they all have very much their own theme that can kind of relate to either real-world myths or legends or history, which is quite cool. This is quite cool.
Calls down a chargeable torrent of liquid fury.
God damn it, I used the word cool. God, I used it 3 times. It's quite remarkable and smart. It's intelligent.
Knocking down enemies in the target area. Tidal surge sets Hydroid forth in an unstoppable wall of water.
Sorry if that looked too funny. I can't.
That sweeps up any enemies in his way. Undertow casts Hydroid into a movable water trap that allows him to pull in his enemies with deadly tentacles, causing them to slowly drown while submerged. From 20,000 leagues below, Tentacle Swarm summons a creature from the deep, violently wreaking havoc on his enemies, with a greater range and number of tentacles the longer it is charged. Whether the sea or the stars, Tenno, Hydroid takes a foreboding command of the battlefield.
You see, my issue is, I am a huge fan of Pirates of the Caribbean. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you do, at least the second and the third one, because those films on their own, probably some of the best films ever made. I mean, I am a huge fan of Davy Jones, and this motherfucker looking like Davy Jones. So it's a winner in my book. I really, really like that. There's definitely 4 frames now that are there, that are what I need to have as my next frame. And that is either Ivara, Harrow, Hydroid. Yes, I had to look at what the name was, even though I just seen it. And Octavia. Oberon. Are you coming to the list? Probably. At this point, it seems all of them are.
This is Oberon, the mystic, the willful. Commanding the natural world, he protects his allies and obliterates his foes. Smite bathes its target with radiation while also forming roaming projectiles attracted to nearby enemies, damaging any they contact.
Bit of AoE, I like it.
Hallowed ground blankets the ground around Oberon, and any enemies that step within it will submit to damage over time. Renewal emits a growing wave of healing energy for your allies, giving slow health regeneration over time once it passes them. Combined with Hallowed Ground, and allies also receive an armor buff. Reckoning lifts nearby enemies up and slams them to the ground. Any foes that witness, but are not affected by Reckoning, will become temporarily blinded. Oberon is an adept and honorable warrior, Tenno. Are you?
That is the question, isn't it? Are you? And I am not, because I was not a fan of Oberon, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, he has some offensive abilities, but the whole support side just kind of killed it for me. To be fair, his abilities weren't actually that fascinating to me. They didn't make the old jaw drop, and if it doesn't make the old jaw drop, then how can it make the list? It can't. Gara, I think we were introduced to very early on in terms of it was the first frame that I could make, but actually it's a lot harder to get, I think. Or at least it was the first one that I could see in the foundry as like a physical frame.
This is Gara, the deadly warrior.
Because I wanted this. I was going to have this as my first frame until you guys told me that it's actually a lot harder to get. So...
Manipulator of glass, she fractures the resolve of her enemies. Shattered Lash thrusts forward a deadly glass blade, damaging any in its path. Or hold to sweep the blade around an area in front of you.
Satisfying.
Splinter Storm surrounds her target with swirling shards of glass, pushing away enemies and damaging them, or protecting her allies with a damage reduction. Spectro Rage creates a ring of mirrors around a target area, causing enemies within it to attack and break them, inflicting damage to themselves. When enough mirrors are destroyed, the ring collapses, damaging all enemies within. Break on through, Tenno. Mass Vitrify expands outwards, coating all enemies it passes, slowing them over time until completely frozen, blocking enemies and weapons fire. Hitting the ring with Shattered Lash will cause it to break and deal damage outwards. The shattered remains of her enemies are all that Gara leaves behind. Tread lightly.
I like how we see a change in their like end screen and everything as well. That's quite something different. I'm trying not to say that word. Try not to say it. I'm happy I didn't choose her as my first frame actually, because I wasn't that impressed. And I'm pretty sure a fair few people play as her, so maybe they know something I don't. But yeah, it doesn't take my fancy, that one, and I'm not sure why. If I'm honest, it just doesn't. Alright, we'll do two more, and then we will call it a day. So let's go into Khora. Oh shit, we need full screen, otherwise there's just no point. There's no point even having the video if it's not full screen.
Is Khora, and her deadly beast Venari, with bladed precision. She is a mistress of entrapment.
Well,
The
hello.
claw strikes fast towards her enemies, cracking the whip with a deadly disorienting hit that damages those in its area. Ensnare surrounds and binds her target in living metal, causing them to stop dead in their tracks. Entangling any other foes who stray too close, her trap can be dispersed with another crack of the whip. Venari summons a ferocious gleaming Kavat with 3 cycled abilities. Attack directs the Venari toward an enemy, causing damage over time, more so if they're ensnared. Protect causes the Venari to knock down and disarm a target in range that is causing damage to Khora or the Venari itself. Heal sends the Venari to the ally with the lowest health, providing them with a healing aura. Death is listening, Tenno. Weave her whip into a strangle dome of living chain that ensnares and strangles any enemy unfortunate enough to get too close.
That's
Don't get caught on
pretty
the wrong
morbid.
end of a whip crack of Khora's steel. It may be the last thing you hear.
That's the last thing I hear. I'll be happy. I'll be a happy man. I like the fact that there's a pet. I like the fact there's a little bit extra to it. You feel like you get your money's worth. Your time back when there's kind of 2 for 1 on the deal, you know. Buy one, get one free. That's kind of cool. I like that. Fuck cool. God damn it. God damn it. That's kind of something different. I'm just gonna look. It's just me, guys. Okay, that's just how I speak. I'm just gonna say it. But that's I'm not gonna add her to the list. But I can see why people would use her. But I'm not gonna add her to the list. Revenant. That sounds cool.
This is Revenant, the returned, the condemned. Harnessing the essence of Eidolon and warrior alike, he mystifies and obliterates his foes. Enthrall converts its target into a zealous thrall, causing them to turn on their allies and spread the affliction. When a thrall dies, they disintegrate into a damaging pillar of energy. Mesmer Skin envelops Revenant in sentient energy, redirecting incoming damage and stunning all those who dare attack him, allowing them to be enthralled at no energy cost. Reeve transforms Revenant into a wall of deadly sentient mist, leeching health and shields from any enemies it contacts. Even more for thralls. Bewitch your enemies in the moonlight, Tenno. Dance Macabre focuses the power of the Eidolon and any incoming damage into an eruption of energy beams, sweeping a circle of death outward around Revenant. Any thralls that succumb to these beams will leave overshield pickups for Revenant and his allies. Revenant serves last rites for the souls he leaves on fire, without a plea for mercy.
Oh. I mean, the jaw dropped, but I'm conflicted because I don't know why I'm conflicted actually. I just wasn't as wowed by the performance or by the frame, which is a shame. I don't know. Okay, well, we'll end the episode there. I think that's enough for the time being. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. So far, what would you recommend for me and why? Hope you're looking forward to the next reaction. That'll be the last one before we go into the Prime reactions, which I am really looking forward to, because apparently those trailers are something else. And you bet your ass we're watching every single one. You bet your ass. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you did like the video and you're new here, obviously please subscribe if you want to. It's up to you. That's the choice you make, isn't it? Am I right? I am right. I'm right. Yeah. But yeah, if you did like the video, also leave a like and do comment. I do try and reply to everyone, so please leave a comment. I love reading your comments. I love seeing your advice. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.